Welcome to Detroit Lions Pride. If this is your first time here, my name is Troxel, and I am your host of today's video. We are on the road to 400 subscribers by the 1 p.m. Sunday game where we take on the Washington Commanders, and we can get there with the help of you. And in today's video, we are going to look at the Detroit Lions aftermath of the Philadelphia Eagles Week 1. And for those of you that know what time it is, cue that intro. It's showtime. Well, and today we have the aftermath of Week 1. Now, with Week 1, I mean, we started off really strong. Opening drive, 75 yards, 13 plays, and a touchdown. And then we kind of slowed down a little bit. We ended the quarter 7-0, so we shut the Eagles down in the opening quarter in quarter number 1. Now, in quarter number 2, we did have a little bit of mistakes, sort of say. I mean, we had a pick six, we had some punts, we had this, we had that. We had a couple interceptions and things like that. I mean, it was not a pretty second quarter, and I'm always like that second quarter. I mean, granted, yeah, we started off real good in that opening quarter, but it's 4 quarters for a reason. And in that second quarter, it's very vital where it comes to wins and losses. Same with the fourth quarter, because those are the end of halves. Second quarter, we just completely got mollywopped. I mean, 24-7 was the score. We had, like I said, the pick six. We had miscommunications. Jared Goff wasn't connecting on passes. Receivers weren't catching passes. It was a mess. Jared Goff was 3 for 5 or 3 for 6 or even 2 for 6 or something like that for 35 yards. For 6 yards to start off the first half. We go into halftime only down by 10, 24-10, and 21-14 or 24-14. We come out after halftime. We have a little bit better half. Then kind of coaching kind of came into play a little bit. Dan Campbell got a little bit kind of like edgy a little bit to sort of say, goes in, tries an onside kick. Obviously, if you're feeling that, your team can do it. Last year, we were the highest team of onside kick attempts, and we were the highest team of onside kick recovery. So having that kind of mindset of, hey, look, if we do it, we can kind of get this thing, kind of backfired, because now you have a year of tape where now teams are going to game plan for stuff like that. They're going to be ready because you have a year of tape where they know you're going to do this at some point. So if we stay ready, you never have to get ready. So with that being said, I mean, there was a mistake on that. I mean, I get it. You wanted to try to ease off a little bit pressure. Your offense is starting to come together a little bit better. Jared Goff is making plays a little bit. Your receivers are starting to catch the ball. In the first half, I mean, there was a lot of drop passes. I mean, there was 5 drop passes in the entire game. I mean, you can even argue a couple extra. Your guys got to stay out there and be focused. So I'm not going to point fingers at anybody. I'm going to point fingers at the entire team. Even DeAndre Swift, as well as he played, definitely one of my stars. He got to play better or get his team to play better. Leadership is going to be key in this. Speaking of leadership, Tracy Walker, you got to be better, man. You cannot throw punches. You cannot, after the play is kind of ruling dead, you can't go out there and lead with your helmet or lead with your shoulder. And you got to just, hey, he's going down. Okay, I got to back off or jump over them. You got to be smart a little bit. Being a team captain, you just got to play better. You got to lead by example. And getting yourself ejected, that left me head scratching because here comes the good. You were playing very, very well. You had 11 tackles on stopping the run. You were flying out there. You were playing Detroit Lions defense football. And it was something good to see. Another kind of bad I saw was Aiden Hutchinson. Now, I'm not going to crucify a guy on his very first game in the National Football League in front of his home crowd and all this and all that. I'm not. But what I am going to say about Aiden is slow down a little bit. Sometimes you live too much in the moment that moment got too big. You know, week 1, first game of the regular season, this, that, the other. You made the moment too big. Settle it down. Progress. Maybe just get a tackle. Maybe get a tackle for a loss. Maybe get a quarterback pressure. Maybe a quarterback hit. Now you're ready for your first sack. I think that, you know, he was just so focused on trying to get his first sack that it kind of just took him well out the play. There was a couple times I just seen him way off, and I was just like, wow, I haven't seen Aiden Hutchinson miscalculate a run like that. I mean, it was bad. I think that was in the first quarter where he was just like, he was coming off the edge on the top of your screen, and he just completely just overran that pass rush. A key to a good pass rush is pushing back maybe about a step and a half and trying to go into your move. Dip, whatever, swim move, whatever. And bend. Get that bend. And when you can cut, here's your offensive line. If you can bend and kind of like graze there, it's a clear shot straight to the quarterback, and you're going to get there like that because that's the shortest distance. You know, when you're going like, here's your offensive, or here's the defensive line and offensive line, when you're on that edge and you got to go like this and like this, look how much space is in between. You know, but if you're like this and you're like this, now look how much space. Shorter distance, a lot less effort. So, I mean, settle it down. Get back, week 2, you know, let's see the real Aiden Hutchinson. You know, let's see the real Aiden Hutchinson. You got the first game jitters out your system now. Now it's time to play football. You know, I mean, it's a rookie mistake. I mean, everybody, you give me your favorite player, I'll tell you which game he had a bad game. Because everybody has had them. You know, I'm not going to crucify Aiden for his very first game. Now, Amon-Ra St. Brown, you know, first half, he wasn't really doing anything. I think he had 1 catch on like 3 targets or something like that. And I think one of them were a drop. You know, and then that second half, it was like he was catching everything. Whatever Coach Campbell said during halftime, that's what they need to come out for 60 minutes. Because I seen a lot of good with this receiving core in that second half. It was almost like a shout out to the Dern, but it was a tale of 2 tapes. You know, the first half, it was just like the moment was just way too big. That second half, everybody was cool, calm, collective, like, okay, hey, look, they punched us in our mouth. Now it's time to come out and retaliate. And let's try to win this thing. You know, they played a lot better. You know, my bad was, you know, a lot of those drops. I mean, you know, you seen DJ Chark drop the ball. You seen TJ Hawkinson drop the ball. You seen, you know, like I said, Amon-Ra St. Brown dropped the ball. Josh Reynolds dropped the ball. DeAndre Swift actually was one of your best receivers. He was 3 for 3 for 31 yards. And then on top of that, I mean, DeAndre Swift, hey, if there is a most improved player, sign DeAndre Swift up for that award. I mean, he had, 15 carries for 144 yards plus the touchdown. To see something like that, man, running the football is so critical. Everybody says, oh, Trucks, it's a passing league. It's a quarterback league. It's this, it's that. No, it's not a passing league. It's not all of this, all of that. Winning franchises, Super Bowl winning franchises, run that football. Why do you run the football? Because you want to kill the clock. It extends plays. It keeps the clock going, and it keeps the defense out there to tire them. And that's another one of the good things that we seen yesterday. Near that fourth quarter, if not in that fourth quarter, I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles defense was looking a little gassed. And that's something you want to see because guess what? If it wasn't a large margin of like 10 or plus more points, now you're going into the fourth quarter, your opposing defense is getting gassed and things like that. and your offense is out there clicking the way that they were, I mean, a bounce here, a bounce there, that's the ball game. That first half, especially that second quarter, I like I said in on my other channel, Troxel's Football Streams, which I will be live tonight for Monday Night Football. But like I said yesterday during the game, if we can start for 60 minutes at a high level with this offense, now mind you, we didn't have Jamison Williams, we didn't have Jason Kabinda, we didn't have our backup right guard in Tommy Kramer, we didn't have our starting right guard in Halapuluti Vaitai. Without 5 guys right there, we put up the most points in the NFC North. Shout out to Detroit Lions Syndicate. He was the one that actually brought that to my attention, that we actually scored the most points in the NFC North. And I can almost bet my bottom dollar it's within the top 10 in the entire NFL with 35 points. And that's with a busted defense. Some of our guys on offense that wasn't playing or was injured. Like, imagine this team at full strength. I mean, when I told you guys in the offseason, this team can possibly contend with the Kansas City Chiefs in a shootout, like, I mean, man, hey, this is going to be a fun season offensively. Isaiah Buggs, I mean, outside of, like, having wow plays, he made smart plays. He got a couple pass deflects, things of that nature, disrupted some plays. He was something I was just like, you know what? I kind of really like some Isaiah Buggs. He's not the flashiest guy. He might not get a lot of sacks. He might not get a lot of this, a lot of that. But guess what? He's going to make a football play. And as a former football player in high school, that's all I can ask for. Just to go make a football play. A clean, legal football play, and I can't ask for more. You're being productive. Can't argue being productive. Linebackers, I really liked what I seen from Rodrigo. I mean, second quarter, even though it was a bad quarter, probably the worst quarter I've really seen in a long time. That second quarter, I gotta tell you this story because I seen it on Twitter, and if you're not following me on Twitter, definitely do so. I do have the footage of that. Rodrigo, their back was to their end zone. Okay, it was, I believe, a goal, first and goal or something like that in the second quarter, and right at like the goal line, Malcolm Rodriguez grabs Jason Kelsey and hip tosses him straight to the ground. I mean, the dude kind of flew. And Jason Kelsey is 70 pounds heavier than Malcolm Rodriguez. So I love that type of grit. I love that type of intensity. It was a clean play. He was fighting through the blocks. It's a clean play. Can't ask for nothing more. And it's something that gets the fans excited and like, okay, hey, look, he's ready to play. And that's what you want from your young guys. Ready to play. We have, I think, the third youngest team in the National Football League. To see your young guys perform at a high level like that, that's something to hang your hat on. I did predict the Eagles to beat the Lions. I do have us winning against the Washington Commanders. Jeff Okudah definitely played like he belongs in the National Football League. I think he actually won the cornerback number 1 job. And I think Amani Oruwariye has proven that he's the number 2 guy. A lot of people are high on Amani Oruwariye, but where's the frying pan? Where's that frying pan? Because the man was getting sizzled like fried chicken on a hot plate. So, I mean, hey, Amani, you got to step up, my brother. And Jeff Okudah, he did step up. He is showing that, hey, look, I am deserving of a first-round draft pick, top 5. Things of that nature. He's proving himself. And that's what I love to see. Guys fighting for their job. He knows, hey, look, if I fail this year, this might be the end of the road in Detroit. I want to be here. They took a chance on me in the draft. Let's stay here. So I'm going to perform. And that's what Jeff Okudah is trying to instill into us even. Proving that he belongs here. Not living up to the hype of the 3rd overall pick, not being this, not being that, but hey, look, I'm going to go out there on that football field and do my job. That's all I ask for from players. Just do your job, slow down if you need to, gather your mental self, and go after it. You've been playing football all your life. Go out there and just play some football. Have some fun. Outside of that, I mean, I was very proud of the Detroit Lions fighting back from being down 10, 14 points, even down as much as 21 points. And, it was kind of nice seeing them actually going out there and performing at a high level. And that's something that's going to carry into next week. They're going to realize some mistakes. They're going to get better on the mistakes. And they're going to get better next week. And so on and so forth. Things that they did good this week, they might not do so well next week. And the things that they did bad, they might do good next week. So, I mean, you just got to continue to progress. I always tell the Kobe situation, if you always fly dead center, not going up too high, not getting up too low, just flying dead center, learning from a loss, learning from a win, learning every aspect of every single play. Do that on a course of a 17-game season, and look how far you're going to grow as a player. It's a group effort on the loss. It's a group effort on the good things. Logan Stenberg, you can't have 2 penalties on back-to-back plays. That kind of puts your offense in a bad situation. He did clean it up a lot, moving forward. There was a couple bad calls, but, I mean, that's expected. We're Detroit. We got to fight through that. We got to stop having that same mindset of, oh, well, the refs did this. Well, the refs did that. Well, no. If you take care of business, you don't have to worry about the refs. Handle your business. And Jared Goff, yes, he's the quarterback. He's going to get all the praise and all the blame. But Jared Goff is our quarterback. That is my quarterback. I am going to say that every single day, whether it's a good day or a bad day at the office, aka on Sundays, until he does not wear a Honolulu blue jersey. Until then, he is my quarterback. That is my quarterback. And we got to start rallying around our quarterback. There's no more Detroit Rams. There's no more Matthew Stafford. There's no more of that stuff. This is the Detroit Lions. We are lions, kings of the jungle. What is a ram? They are prey. Thank you so much for watching this all the way through. If you haven't did all that fun stuff like, subscribe, comment, and ring in that notification bell, definitely do so. We are trying to hit 400 subscribers by Sunday, 1 p.m. against the Washington Commanders, and we could definitely get there with the help of you. Also, let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts on the Detroit Lions after week 1. We'd definitely love to hear your thoughts on it. And with that being said, I am Troxel. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody. #FNS, #OnePride, baby. Peace.